Have you ever noticed that just when everything seems to be falling into place in your life, suddenly you and your spouse start fighting over things that normally wouldn't even matter? Sometimes the pressure of change, financial decisions, fear, unresolved resentment, or simply being stretched into a new season can create conflict. The breakthrough should not cost you your marriage. Sometimes, just when things are finally beginning to work out, just when you're getting closer to a major breakthrough in your life, suddenly you and your spouse start having serious arguments. And you're wondering, why now? Why are we fighting now? Why are little things suddenly becoming big things? Could it be that we're under pressure because we're entering a new season? Or are we allowing temporary frustration to damage something that is supposed to last a lifetime? Today, let's talk about it. Because your breakthrough should never become the reason you lose your peace and your marriage. I want to make something very clear before we go deeper. I'm not saying that every argument in marriage is caused by some spiritual attack. And I'm not saying your spouse is your enemy. Sometimes the explanation is much simpler. When people are under pressure, they behave differently. When responsibilities are increasing, communication can suffer. When one person is growing or changing, the other person may sometimes feel uncertain about what that change means for the relationship. And if couples aren't intentional, a season that should bring them closer can actually expose everything they haven't dealt with. Sometimes the marriage isn't actually the problem. The couple may simply be overwhelmed by external pressure, financial pressure, career changes, new opportunities, family responsibilities, major life decisions, unmet emotional needs, fear of the unknown. Sometimes you're not fighting because you stopped loving each other. You're fighting because both of you are tired. And if you don't recognize that, you can start treating your spouse like the enemy. The real enemy is the pressure you're both experiencing. Please don't underestimate small arguments. A disagreement about money can become an argument about respect. And an argument about respect can become resentment. Resentment can become emotional distance. An emotional distance can become a marriage where two people live in the same house but no longer feel like partners. Couples should learn to stop arguments before they become character attacks. Don't fight your partner when you should be facing the problem together. One of the biggest mistakes couples make is fighting each other instead of fighting the problem. Your spouse is not the problem. The financial pressure is the problem. The communication issue is the problem. The unresolved hurt is the problem. The difficult season is the problem. So instead of saying you always do this, try asking, how can we solve this together? For example, one spouse gets a new job, one person starts a business, the family begins earning more money, a new house becomes possible, a long-awaited opportunity arrives, responsibilities increase. One partner begins changing emotionally or spiritually.